Hey kindergarten, today I'm going to take you on a little tour of my yard to see some of the things that grow in my yard that are plants or trees that you can get food from. So come on, let's go. Here's one of the first plants in my yard that we get food from. It's actually a fig tree. So it's not really a plant per se, but it's a tree. And so this tree has gotten really big really fast. And let me see if I can come up really close here and you can see some of the figs that are starting to grow on my tree. Do you see them right there? There's a couple little tiny figs. There's one there, and there's a few others. Let me look around. But this is called a fig tree. So we're going to be getting figs from this tree. Now kindergartners, these are not plants, but these two chickens give me food. And they live in my yard, so I thought I'd show you my two chickens. This is Maggie May and Taylor, and they are going to talk to you. There they are. And so let me come over here, and we'll look in their coop. So their coop is over here, around this tree. So here's their coop. They're going to follow me. They like to run after me. They think I'm their mama. So we're going to open their door, and this is where they sleep at night. They roost is what it's called. They roost and they sleep standing on these bars at night. And this is where they lay their eggs. So look in here. Look at today they've laid 2 eggs. They each lay an egg each day. And this is food that I get actually from my yard because they live out in my backyard. So there are 2 chicken eggs, and we use those for breakfast or for baking or just for eating. So there's another thing that I find in my yard that is food. Just not from a plant. Now this little tree in my yard is called the column apple tree, and it gives me apples. And so if we go really close, there's my puppy. We're gonna go really close up here, and we can see it has leaves and it has the branches. I don't see any really starts on it yet. Let me look around on it. Sometimes we can see little apples starting to grow. But I don't really see any quite yet. Apples usually grow more in the fall. Oh, I found one. Let's look right up here. Really close. Do you see that little tiny ball? Look, it's hard to see right there. That's going to be an apple. And this tree will give me apples to eat. And let's go to the next tree, which is in my yard. It's right here. Another tree. And this tree is a fruit tree, and it's a pear tree. And this is kind of a fun pear tree. It's a mini pear tree, and what it does, it is on each branch, it grows a different kind of pear. So, right here, we'll look really close. Do you see that? There's a little pear growing. Oh, this one has a spider on it too. But there's another pear growing, and another one. If you look back here, there's different kinds of pears growing. So my pear tree will give me all different kinds of pears. Anjou pears, Seckel pears, Bartlett pears, all on one tree. So that's kind of fun. So that's my pear tree. Okay, let's go this way and I will show you my little garden that my husband built. These are planter boxes, and we grow food in these, some plants. And so here are some plants that I have grown. These are little strawberry plants. I have a bunch of strawberry plants. So right here, if you see these little white flowers, those are going to turn into strawberries. And on this plant, look at this one. It already has little baby strawberries on it. It has 4 growing already. That's kind of fun. Oh, and this one too is starting to grow some strawberries that we will get to eat. Oh, and there's one with a big white flower. It's going to get some strawberries. So there are some strawberry plants. We will eat those strawberry plants. Not the plants, just the strawberries. They'll give us fruit. Here's another plant in my yard that's going to give me some food. This is a cucumber plant. This poor little one broke right here, looks like. Got broken by something, but this cucumber plant will hopefully grow, and I'm going to teach it to grow right up this trellis, right here. And hopefully it'll grow, and I'll wrap it around that trellis. And hopefully that little plant will give me cucumbers. This little plant right next to it, this is called a cilantro plant. I like cilantro. It's pretty yummy, and we like to put it in some different recipes and different foods that we make. It tastes good. You just eat the leaves. It's an herb. Here's another plant in my yard. This one is called peppermint. Have you ever heard of peppermint before? If you rub this with your fingers and you smell it, it smells so good. This is peppermint. And you can use that in some different recipes. Has anybody had peppermint ice cream before? This is called mint. This is just mint. It's more of a spearmint. This one tastes really good too. And you just eat those leaves. It doesn't get a fruit on it. You just eat the leaves. And then this one I really like too. This is called basil. So this basil plant, you put these leaves, we put them in some different salads and things. Oh, there's my puppy. She thinks that she needs to dig, and now she's making a big mess. Isabella, get out of there. Okay, and here's my last two plants that are in the backyard. This is a tomato plant. So this tomato plant is called a yellow pear. And this tomato plant, I plant it in a special cage, and it's going to give me tomatoes. So if you look right there, you can see all those little yellow flowers. They will turn into tomatoes, and they'll give me some little yellow tomatoes that are super sweet and yummy. And then next to it, it has a friend right here. This is my other tomato plant right here. And this tomato plant is actually going to give me red cherry tomatoes. So if you look up here at the top of my tomato plant, it's getting some little yellow flowers. So it's going to grow big and tall, and it will give me lots of yummy red little tomatoes. I like those small red tomatoes. Okay, the last part I want to show you is my blueberry plants and my raspberry plants. These give us food. These bushes over here will give me blueberries. There are all different kinds of blueberry plants. This is a little small blueberry plant. This blueberry plant gives me bigger blueberries. And then over here is another little miniature one. This is even a different kind. Look, there's all different kinds of blueberry plants, and they give me all sorts of blueberries. And if you look really close on this one, do you see those? Look at right there. They're little green berries right now, but they will grow once we get warmer weather and sunshine, and they grow at all different times, so I'll have blueberries all summer long, and we get a lot of blueberries on our plants. Blueberry plants over here too. This one's really tall. It's about as tall as I am. It has tons of blueberries starting to grow. And we use these blueberries for blueberry pancakes and blueberry muffins. And actually what we usually do with them, we just eat them. We love to just eat the blueberries. Lots of blueberries. If you look at these little flowers right here, these little white flowers show me that they're going to grow into a blueberry. So lots of flowers that turn into these right here. I'm just patiently waiting for all my blueberries to get ripe so that I can eat them. And the last thing in my little berry patch over here are raspberries. Oh boy, I'm super excited for these this year. We've planted these, and last year they didn't do very good, but this year there are tons and tons of bees on them, which makes me so excited. So this plant, you can see all the bees over here. They're working hard pollinating all these flowers. These right here are raspberries that are going to grow this whole big bush. Whoa, it's all raspberries, and they look like they're going to be super yummy this year. The bees are working super hard. And so this is another plant that grows in my yard, in my front yard, because they like the sunshine. And they're growing little raspberries. You can see all those little raspberries starting to grow. And we love raspberries. We just eat them just how they are. And we'll freeze them too and eat them all winter. So there's another plant in my yard that gives me lots of yummy food. I hope you've enjoyed my little tour of all the food that you can grow in your yard too. Lots of fun things that you can eat right from your yard. Take care, Kinders. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.